Hello there, my darlings. Are you feeling the effects of Mercury retrograde yet? Yes? Yes? Well, you're not the only one. And believe me, we are only 3 days in. It is March 18th of 2025. And I'm thinking, come on, April 6th can't get here fast enough. Our shadow period coming into this time was a little hectic. And the last 3 days have been a little intense. So we're here to look at the next 48 hours for you. Welcome. This is your fate and fortune with Lady Zelda Kelly, and we're going to just see what is up. We just need a little hint, right, guides? We just need a little hint. So I've got a couple of very beautiful decks here we're going to be consulting. In the meantime, do me a favor, subscribe, like, click the notification bell because, your future depends on it, right? And if we get to, well, not if, when we get to 4,000 subscribers, we will have a giveaway, and I'm going to give away a reading, a video reading with me. So, my darlings, do me this favor. Subscribe now. And we're going to see what the next 48 hours is going to bring to you. But before we do that, I have this beautiful little sweet oracle card. It's going to kind of set the tone for us. That's what we need. We need a foundation. We're going to set the tone. And here we go. Look at that little squirrel. The squirrel and the chestnut means preparation. Isn't that cute? If you want to take a screenshot of that, you're more than welcome to do that. Some people use them as their wallpaper, and I love this one. So there you are. So we're just going to put this up to the side. We may want to reference it. Preparation is a very good start. Now, we're going to start out with this big, lovely deck of the Oak. Thank you, Mercury. Oak, Ash, and Thorn. And see where we stand. Okay, you can see that the energy is all over the place. There we are. Spirits, guides, and angels, we are asking for guidance and direction for the next 48 hours. What advice do you have? First card out. The Two of Pentacles. Look at that sweet little face. And those little bunnies, the Two of Pentacles. Is that not sweet? The Ten of Pentacles. The little bunnies are very sweet, aren't they? And squirrels. Look at this. Squirrels and acorns. We've got squirrels and chestnuts. Definitely a preparation, and definitely what happens when you prepare with this 10 of Cups. Lovely. Okay, we're going to put these to the side just for a minute. This Two of Pentacles basically says, it's time for you to juggle a few things over the next 48 hours, and most likely it is finances. The fact that you may have to look a little closer, you may be running it a little tight before payday, whatever that case may be, make sure that you've got a grip on things for this time. Now, look at these little sweethearts. They're being very attentive to these little pentacles, but Mama there is keeping a watchful eye. And that's what you are supposed to be doing, my darlings. Keeping a watchful eye on what is happening. That's very, very important, my dear. So we're going to leave that there for just a second and look. Now, one thing I want you to notice, the way these cards are laying out is that we have this little bunny and family. We have these little bunnies and family. And then we have them looking at this 10 of Cups, which means this is giving something for them to look forward to. So keep in mind that when you are mindful, not that you aren't, but the next 48 hours, I think you're going to feel it. Pardon me. The Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Now, first off, the tens in the tarot suits are like a completion. They're not really an ending, except that it is an end of a chapter or end of a journey, but it can be also the final lesson that you've had to learn, which I love a lot. So now as we look at this Ten of Pentacles, and we see that they've got them laying all around them, this is an accomplishment. This is something, because you see how these little bunnies have grown up. They're little babies here. And then as the time goes on, they've matured. And you know, when you are looking after, it can be something more than your finances. It can be your career or your job. When you take special care and attention, you're going to see the growth. And that's what this is all about. But these are so grounded. And look at this, little butterflies. They're so grounded with this. The Two of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. Pardon me. And then what happens? We come to this finalized chapter of this the Ten of Cups. And look at the little acorns. And they're just the little family all around. This is what you have to look forward to. Having an abundance. Maybe an abundance of acorns, but I think more of an abundance of finances that your family can, or your friends, or your loved ones can enjoy. That's what happens when you're taking care. So I believe that is our message for the next 48 hours is preparation. Let's be prepared. And I'm going to include myself in this. Let's be prepared over the 48 hours because sometimes we just don't know what's going to be coming down the pike. Now I have this beautiful Lisa Parker. Now I've been given an indication that it is also Laura, but I'm going to call Lisa Parker's deck and see what the final messages are. The Five of Cups. The Nine of Cups. So these are emotional. And look at this, all the cups, all the watery suits. So what is this telling us? The Nine of Cups is the yes card, my darling. You're going to get through this. And you're going to get things sorted out so it's even better than what you thought. See, that's kind of what Mercury, not kind of, I'm just going to say it is what Mercury does. It makes us feel like, oh my gosh, we are toil and labor and everything going on. And then the next thing you know, it is, oh, well, this turned out better than what we supposedly thought that it was going to turn out. That's a good thing. This Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a cup and a card in which you feel regret. Maybe you had to overspend on groceries. I mean, that's not hard these days. Maybe you had to overspend a bill. Maybe there was something unexpected and you regret that you had to spend that money, that you're looking back and thinking, well, you know what? My electric bill wasn't that high last month and now it is. You see the regret. You see that. But it's also an invitation for us to say, you know what? While that is happening, I may have overspent on the groceries, but I'm going to really eat well this week. And I may, this pardon me, this electric thing, I may have spent less last month, but you know what? We got through hard times, weather times, and we're all safe and warm, or whatever the case. So let's also look at the blessing. that we have. Sometimes, there may be that little anger, guilt, regret, but there may also be a big blessing, and that is the invitation in this card. The Seven of Cups. Now, this Seven of Cups means going forward, as we're working on finances, as we're working on things, to just make sure that we have all the facts. Just make sure that we've covered all of our bases and that we know everything that is going to be going on the way we need to have it go on. Just to make sure that this watery, emotional time for us over the next 48 hours doesn't throw us off course. We need to know exactly so we don't spring back to this part and have a regret. You see what I mean? So the next 48 hours are so important, and we're going to get a final card. So you know what, my darlings? Be like a bunny. Be like a bunny. In this case, I think you're going to be much happier over the next 48 hours. And look, more squirrels. Oh my goodness. The Six of Cups. This Six of Cups, you, my darling, are going to be creating such great memories. Look at this, family. So take the time, my darlings, to enjoy, because sometimes we get distracted with things that come at us, right? Things that come at us, and we have to get distracted so we can enjoy our family, our friends, our home, whatever that is, our fur babies. So we can continue on this path, so we can have this goal on the outside. So now, oh, look at this little baby. This Ace of Wands is telling us we can achieve what it is that we want. It is a fire element. And it basically says we have the fire within us to achieve that over the next 48 hours and maybe even longer. All we have to do is get the facts, pay attention, and hold on, just like the little bunny says, right? Because there we go, prepare. So prepare just like the little squirrel. And I think the next 48 hours are going to be a little easier on you than what you anticipate. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching. We really do appreciate you. Please do us a favor again, subscribe, like, click the notification bell, do all those great things. And we will be back. And if you'd like to have a reading with me, please click the links in the description. And also, I'll leave a link at the end of this video. If you want to stop over on the website and take a look, we've got a great shop. We've got all kinds of things going. And even Riley thinks so too. Riley is my kitty. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Much love to you and big hugs. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.